Hello everybody, this is Elias Othitis. I'm going to be talking about how to record an acoustic guitar. Hope you find the information helpful and I'm open to any discussions. The first thing that I'd like to point out, and is very important, is that you have to understand that the sound of acoustic instruments doesn't come out from one spot of the instrument. It is a combination of the frequencies that are produced from different parts of the instrument. On the guitar, we find parts that produce brighter sounds, other parts produce bassier sounds, fuller sounds. All those frequencies coming from the guitar combined with the sound of the room we are in give us the sound that comes to our ears. Another thing I'd like to point out is that there is no actual right or wrong way to record an acoustic guitar, because the final sound that we're going to capture is different in every situation, and it depends on several factors that we're going to talk about now. I'd say that the first thing we have to think of is the role of the guitar in the song. If we think of that, then we'll be able to imagine how it will sound in the song, in the mix, and blended with the other instruments. For example, if the guitar is the main instrument, we would like to capture a fuller sound of the guitar. We would like to capture more frequencies. Or if the guitar is just strumming somewhere in the background, we would probably want to have a brighter sound, a thinner sound that would blend beautiful with the other instruments. And to capture those different sounds, we would use different approaches each time. Now that we know what sound we're after, we can first of all try to use a guitar that sounds like the sound we're after, because all guitars make different sounds. Other ones make brighter sounds, deeper sounds, and so on. So if you have access to a guitar that brings out a sound that you want, why not try to use that one? The next thing I would think of would be the strings on the guitar, because different strings, different sizes, gauges, produce different sounds. A lighter gauge would produce a thinner sound, brighter sound, and a heavy gauge would produce a thicker and fuller sound. And the best thing to do is have new strings on the guitar so it can have a detailed sound. Old and used strings don't give us the clarity we want. The next thing I will do is check out the room I'm recording in, because the room will be a part of the recording. It will be a part of the sound that I'm capturing. And most home recording studios are not treated, so you will have a different sound in different spots of the room. So the best thing to do is experiment with that. Go around with the guitar, try to listen to the sound of the room, not the sound of the guitar directly. Try to find a neutral spot, try to avoid boominess and a lot of ambience, and pick out the spot that sounds closer to the sound you want. Knowing the sound that I want to have will help me pick out the microphones that I'm going to use, because different microphones respond better to different frequencies and they produce different sounds. And the sound we're capturing also depends on how we're going to position these microphones to capture the sound we want. In most situations, we would prefer to use condenser microphones because they are more sensitive and they respond better to frequencies, capturing a more clear sound and a more detailed sound. You can get great results with just one microphone. Use one large diaphragm condenser microphone if you have one of those. Place it around 30-40 centimeters from the guitar. Face it towards somewhere between the hole and the fretboard. Start from there and move it around a bit. See what sounds better to you. You can use a small diaphragm microphone if that's what you've got. Place it angled off axis somewhere towards the 12th fret and start from there. You can get great results like that too. Just experiment and see what sounds closer to the sound you want. If you have more than one microphone, you can use what you have. It's all about experimenting. There are plenty of options if you have more than one microphone. A good technique to start from is the spaced air setup. Spaced air is when we're using two microphones capturing different parts of the guitar. We have preferably a large diaphragm microphone facing somewhere towards the body, and probably a small diaphragm microphone somewhere around the 12th fret. Experiment with that. And another common approach would be the XY setup, which is used very much when recording acoustic guitars. We'd prefer two small diaphragm condenser microphones pointing at each other at an angle of 90 degrees, shaping a V. Point them towards the 12th fret and start from there. This will give you sound also from the body and from the fretboard combined together. And you can use those two tracks separately in the mix. One thing to be aware of when you're multi-miking is problems with phase issues. Try to keep the microphones at least 3 times apart from each other than they are from the source. Recording acoustic guitar is about experimenting with the equipment you have and using it in the best way to get the sound you are going for. Hello everybody, this is Elias.